Hello everybody. Today I'm going to share my recent scrapbook. I want to say layout because I usually do layouts, but this is an album. And this measures, I think it's 6.5 by 7. Yep, 6.5 by about 7. And the spine is almost 3.5. Actually, let me see here. I think it's 3. Well, almost 3.5. So it's a small album, but it is loaded. I used Graphic 45's Fairy Dust. I used almost 2 of the 8x8 paper pads. And then I used half of the 12x12 paper pad, along with some chipboard pieces from the collection and some tags and what is it called? Tags and pockets, die cuts. So here you go. Here is the front, and I did some fussy cutting here. It's feeling weird here. Oh, okay. 2 layers of the fairy, and then I added some glitter. I have the Prima memory hardware frame, and then I used some acrylic paint for that, and some beautiful board star bits from ReneaBouquets. ReneaBouquets Dragonflies, and these are called the magical glitter glass, and those are one of my favorites, and they go perfectly with this this paper collection. Graphic 45 called Shabby Chic metal door plates and knobs, flatback rhinestones, some trim here, some sequins trim. I wanted to mention too, I also found this Recollections at Michael's glitter paper pad, and the colors on here, most of them go perfectly with this collection, so I used some of those papers as well. And I had this charm dangly deal. I did a swap, I don't know how many, I think this last summer, and I thought it went perfectly with this because it has Believe on it. So I took it from that swap and I added it to this album. And some flowers from my stash. Prima resin pieces I've had forever in my stash. I painted them with some acrylic paint. And let me see, am I forgetting anything? So, oh, yes. So here's a little glass jar, and it has ReneaBouquets chunky glitter glass, and this is Teal. Goes perfectly with this collection. I used some ReneaBouquets, what is it called? The Tattered Rose Tulle, and then Sheer Romance lace trim, and the chipboard these 2 chipboard pieces from the collection. ReneaBouquets beautiful board star bits. Those star bits are really super versatile, so they go with a lot of different, projects. So here is the back. So let's get started because this album is just crazy thick. And then I also have a closure with ribbon, and this trim is from ReneaBouquets, one of my favorites, and this is Delicate Beauty. Okay. Okay, so I counted 63 places where you can place your photos, so that's a ton in this little album. Here's a little metal embellishment. So this opens up. ReneaBouquets. This is Dainty white lace. And then this opens up. They have magnetic closures. This die, let me see if you can see. So you can put your photo. Actually, I may put a little tag in here. And that die, this is what the die looks like. So the next page here, I use some pieces from the chipboard piece sheet and a little belly band. Okay, and this is like a little booklet. So this opens up. It's kind of hard to maneuver this and make sure I'm in frame here. I place some flat back pearls on the corners. And then this opens up this way. Some more ReneaBouquets, sheer romance lace. And then this opens up. And that is it. One of the tag pieces from the collection. Let me see here. That doesn't go that way. Okay, so the next page. Here's a tag. By the way, this album is for sale. You can message me here on YouTube, or you can message me on Facebook. I spent a lot of hours on this album and a lot of supplies. So anyone that knows how long this takes will appreciate the price that I'm going to charge for it. So if you're interested, please message me. Chipboard piece from the collection, the tag piece from the collection. You can tuck a journaling card underneath here or place a picture there. A brad from my stash, more brads from my stash. This open. I keep sliding this and I'm hoping nothing comes off, but I used really good glue, so use some of the glitter paper there. So this opens up. So you can actually place a photo here. You can actually place more memory pieces in here if you'd like. Magnetic closure. And then this opens up. And then this one is super cool. I love how this one turned out. Chipboard pieces. And I did some heat embossing. And this opens up. Next page. Okay, so here's a tag. There's another tag. Sticker pieces here. Some sequins trim. And another sticker piece from the collection, ReneaBouquets Tiny Treasures Fenton Art Glass Dragonfly. The lighting seems really white. I don't know if it's because of my background here on the table, but here's a simple page. I didn't do any kind of pockets. I was getting concerned about how thick it was getting, so I think that's the only page that doesn't have any pockets. Okay, so this one, some mushroom. They're not chipboard, what do you call it? MDF pieces. Some leaves from my stash, flowers from my stash, and I see this didn't glue down. I didn't push down on it. But anyway, ReneaBouquets star bits from her beautiful board. I'll glue that back on. ReneaBouquets Tiny Treasures, Sweet as Candy, Butterflies, one of my favorites. So this opens up. And this, plenty of room for some pictures here. I'm trying to make sure I'm in frame here. Okay. And then more of ReneaBouquets Petite flower trim on both sides here. Oops. Handmade flower from my crafty friend Brandy. Prima flower. And then here is the keys, the shabby chic metal clock keys from Graphic 45. And here's a couple photo mats. Another ReneaBouquets Tiny Treasures Sweet as Candy Butterfly. Chipboard piece, flowers from my stash. These leaves are Prima leaves. And this opens up. They have magnetic closures. Okay, so this, flowers from my stash, Prima flower, ReneaBouquets Tiny Treasures Fenton Art, glitter glass dragonfly. These are Prima metal pieces. I'm not sure what it's called here. Oh, the mechanicals. So a chipboard piece on top of it, Brad's from my stash, and then little chipboard piece from the collection, ReneaBouquets Petite flower lace. So this opens up, and then this is a little pocket. Of course it doesn't. Okay. It doesn't want to go back in. You know how those pockets. Okay, there it goes. And then this opens up. It has a magnetic closure. This opens up. And this opens up. Here's sequins trim. And then this is just a pocket with a tag. ReneaBouquets Dainty, Petite flower lace. I hope that's the right one. So then this, I think, is the last page. Brad from my stash. This opens up. It has a magnetic closure. Opens. And then it opens this way. And then it opens this way. So the last on the back here, this opens up here. It has a chipboard piece, ReneaBouquets Tiny Treasure, or actually this is not the Tiny Treasures because it's larger. This is the Fenton Art Glitter Glass Dragonfly, another pull metal embellishment. So this opens up, ReneaBouquets. This is the Dainty white lace. This opens up. And it has another die cut here. And that is it. So here's the back again. And that is how thick it is. So if you're interested, you won't be disappointed. I'm planning to make maybe a couple tags and maybe a couple cards that will match. And I have a ton of scraps, so maybe I may do a video with using your scraps, creating a layout. So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And I hope I have inspired you to go get some goodies from ReneaBouquets' shop. She has a ton of supplies, so many amazing supplies to create with. So happy crafting and take care.